Welcome to the boxing bookie, y'all. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. We're gonna get into this. What did I say? Subriel Matias and Liam Paro fight, which I think is a really interesting fight. First off, shout out to the guys who are here. Rocket, Muscle Brown. Looking forward to it. Guys, join in. Let me know if you have any questions. But this is a really good week of boxing that I'm definitely interested in. The Subriel Matias versus Liam Paro fight is a highly intriguing fight. This fight, from a spectator standpoint, from a fan's standpoint, is high level beauty. This is a really good fight. A really good fight. Like, I'm really into this fight. Subriel Matias is a strong, come forward guy, freakish power, and he just he's going to bring the fight forward. Paro has some skills from the outside. He can box from the outside a little bit. He's accurate from the outside. He can snipe a little bit. But does anyone really think that's how the fight's going to go? Is Paro going to try to keep this thing at distance? There's no way. Like, he's going to go in the center of the ring, and he's going to trade. He's going to try to punch with them. It's what we got. The fight is what it is. And it's going to be high energy. It's going to be explosive as long as it lasts. Let me pull up the odds on this fight. I like Liam Paro, and I really, watching the tape, I was trying to keep such an open mind that Paro can win this fight. Like, I like Liam Paro. I think he's underrated. I think what he's done in his last two fights should speak volumes. Like, he's good. He's really good. But I look at this fight, and I see no way he can win this fight. I see no way. Like, he's going to have to catch him in an exchange with something big. Like, okay, there's an outside chance that could happen. I doubt it. Let's look at the odds here. Oh, Subriel Matias at minus 900. I don't like that. Like, I mean, look, it is what it is. It's minus 900. We're not making any money on that at all. It's just not a good bet. Over under 7.5. Man, this thing can end at any time. I kind of like the over. I think the knockout will come a little later. I kind of like the over, but I'm not in love with that. The problem. To go the distance. No. That's the best bet right here. The two bets that I would make are to go the distance and Subriel Matias by stoppage. That's where the money's at. You know, look, it's not great. It's minus 475, but what other bet do you like? So those are the two bets. Minus 475, you get a little bit worse odds if Parham scores the dramatic knockout, which, look, nothing's impossible. Or Subriel Matias by KO, TKO, DQ. Those are the two bets that you got. Is it great? No, the money's not great. I wish this was a little lower, but I think everyone is on Subriel Matias. You know, like, the only guy that's ever gone the distance with Subriel Matias beat him. Liam Paro is going to sit in and trade with him. And we all know Liam Paro is going to sit in and trade. Like, there's no other way around that. Liam Paro is sitting in and trading. I like that too, bro. No, that's the best bet. Like, looking at the odds, to not go the distance is the best bet. I like Matias by stoppage too. And, like, I'm trying. Like, I really went into an open mind. Like, okay, Paro can win this fight. Like, Matias is flawed. Matias gets hit a lot on the inside. Paro's got power. Paro can win this fight. And I kept watching the film, and I watched his last three fights, and I'm like, you know what? I got two conclusions here. A, Liam Paro is a good fighter, and B, he has no chance of winning this fight. I mean, that's not a contradiction. Both those things are true. I like Liam Paro. I like him as much as I did before I watched it. When I liked him, I thought he was really underrated. He stopped Montana Love. He stopped Jarvis Brock, and then he beat Yolanda Alamo. Like, look, that's three good wins. He's a good fighter. He's a really good fighter. This is stylistically, and like I said, look, if he kept the fight on the outside, he could do okay. But I still think, even at that, even if he fought the whole fight on the outside, he tried to use the ring and he tried to snipe him from the outside, he's still not good enough at that where he's going to keep him at range for 12 rounds. Like, eventually, Matias is going to get inside and stop him. Matias is an absolute wrecking ball. Like, he's a wrecking ball. And I understand the knock on Matias is that he's a blunt object, right? He's got one thing that he does, and I get it. But he's awfully powerful. He's pretty athletic. He's pretty quick. He throws in decent volume. He's a pretty good fighter. Like, for what he is, he's pretty good. Now, is he flawed? Does he get hit too much? Absolutely. He's not. Let me get through some of these. Yeah, for sure. Muscle says, I can't see it going 12 rounds the way Matias is in front of you every minute of every round. And he knows how to cut up the ring. Paro won't be able to escape him for 12. No, exactly. Like, as I'm saying, even if Paro fought that way, if Paro fought trying to escape, he can't do it. But he's not going to fight that way. He's going to be he's going to be in the grill. He likes to be in the kitchen too. And he's going to be right in the kitchen where it's hot. That's the fight's going to be fun. Like, this is going to be a fun fight. Like, from an entertainment standpoint, it might be the most fun fight that we have on a really, really busy Saturday of fights. Like, it's a really entertaining fight. And I think Paro is going to have moments and he's going to clip Matias, but ultimately Matias is going to wreck him. 8-10 KO for Matias. I do like that, Rocket. I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking. 8 was the round that was in my head. I really like round 8. Facts, Rocket. I agree with that. I like that 8th, 9th, 10th round. You know, those middle late rounds, 8, 9, 10. I like that. I think that's, once he starts to slow down. And look, in a fight like this, and Paro is physically strong. That's one of his best aspects. Like, I feel like he's more strong than he is necessarily powerful, and I think his power is pretty good. I like his power, but he's physically strong, and Matias can be walked backwards. So he's going to have to try to get him to go backwards. I don't think that's going to work, right? Like, they're going to meet up in the center of the ring and they're going to trade. I don't see how this goes any other way. Like, this is like 2 trains heading full speed head on. Like, this is going to be a collision. And look, Paro has the power to get him out. It could happen, except you're fighting Matias's fight at that point. Like, it's not impossible for Paro to land a big shot first. I just wouldn't bet on it. I like Paro. I think he's going to have more big wins in his career. I don't think this is going to be the last time we see Paro. But in this fight, stylistically, it's not going to go well for him. He's fighting a guy who fights his style, but better, right? Like, I said the same thing, like, if Devin Haney fought Shakur. It's like, that fight's not going to go well for you because you're fighting someone stylistically similar to you who's way better at it. And I like Paro, and I'm not trying to put Paro down. He's getting stopped this fight. He's getting stopped. Matias is on an interview already saying he is going to KO Paro. Paro said, Paro's talking shit. Last thing you want to do is get someone like Matias mad. Yeah, the trash talking from a fighter's perspective, it never got underneath my skin, right? Not like in basketball or something when you got someone chirping your ear and you're trying to play bad. In the build-up to boxing, we're gonna fight. Like, we're gonna fight. So you can talk all the trash you want. We're gonna get to figure it out on Saturday. I promise you. We get to figure this out. Like, you step in the ring, I'm gonna be there, and we're gonna get the fight. So we can figure this out. So the trash talking never really bothered me, right? Like, we'll figure it out. We get to fight. Like, we get to fight. So, yeah, it doesn't help. Paro, again, he's a good fighter. And does Paro think he's going to win this fight? Yes, and he should go in with that kind of confidence. It's just stylistically, he's fighting a wrecking ball, and he's going to fight a wrecking ball in a phone booth. I mean, just think about that strategically. You're going in with a wrecking ball, and you want to fight him in a phone booth. It's like, you're probably going to get wrecked. You're probably going to get wrecked. Like, and that's just the reality of the matter. I think this is pretty good luck. If you want to add to a parlay, if you want to parlay, say Matias on the money line, it's not bad. But I really like the bet for this thing to go, not go the distance. It's a bet that I really like. If I was to make any bet on that, it would be one of those two bets, either Matias by stoppage or for the fight not to go the distance. If you guys have not, if there's anyone new in the chat, please join the Patreon. We get all types of perks, we get the lock of the week. I break down all types of props that aren't available when I release the video. So please join the Patreon if you have not. It just follows a month. You get all types of perks, you get all types of benefits, and I'll show you how to make a ton of money. Rocket says demon time for Matias. No, I agree. And this is going to end brutally. But I want to say it's going to end brutally one way or the other. Someone is getting put to sleep in this fight. And I think it's going to be Paro. In a fight that's highly entertaining. And this is not, I don't want you guys to think that I'm saying that this fight's going to be one-way traffic. It is not going to be one-way traffic. Matias is going to get slammed with some shots too. And there's going to be moments where you're like, oh, Paro's got it going. Paro's got it going on right now. But ultimately, like, Matias is a friggin' wrecking ball. He's going to stop him. Like, it's just, Paro stylistically doesn't fight the fight that you can use to beat Matias. Look what he did. Russell says, look what he did to Ergashoff when he was talking shit. Paro is in trouble, boy. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't think you need to entice Matias into a fight. I'm pretty sure Matias wants to fight. I'm confident that Matias absolutely wants to fight. Like, that's for sure. Matias is scary. He's one of the scariest guys in the sport right now. He really is. Like, who at 140 pounds wants to fight that guy? He's kind of, I thought for a time Regis was that dude at 140. Like, who wants to fight him? And no one did. Who wants to fight Subriel Matias? Like, I don't want to fight him. There's other dudes that I can fight at 140. I don't need to fight Matias. Rafa says Matias is a beast. Yeah, I think we agree that, like, Matias, although flawed, although not nearly a perfect fighter, he's really good. Like, he's an animal. Like Rocket says, he wants blood. Let me fix something real quick. I need to go do something real quick on this. Give me just 1 second, y'all. All right. Just needed to change that. All right. Appreciate y'all. Let me pull this back up. There you go. All right, I couldn't find what I was doing. Who do you honestly see beating Matias at 140? Who beats Matias at 140? I would have said Devin Haney, but after I saw Devin Haney stand in front of Ryan Garcia, I think I'm rethinking that. If you would have asked me prior to the Ryan Garcia fight, who beats Matias at 140? I would have said Devin Haney without hesitation. But he's going to stand in front of him and get knocked out. Rocket says Javante versus Matias. That's an insane fight. Yeah, it is. Javante is putting rehydration closes on people at 135. At 135, he's putting rehydration closes on people, which tells me he's making 135 easily. Is he? Rocket, I'm taking Matias because I think Javante is undersized for that fight. I really do. Maybe Catterall would fight him. It's an interesting fight. Like, I would love to see Catterall fight Subriel Matias. I would absolutely love to see that fight. But I'm going to take Matias in that fight because Catterall's not really a hitter like that. And he's going to sit and trade. And if you sit and trade with a hitter when you're not a hitter, how's it going to end? Like, I like Catterall. Like, I like him as a person. I like him as a fighter. I like Catterall. But it's not going to end well for him. Elliot Webb, my boy Elliot Webb says Pitbull beats him. Ooh. Isak Cruz against Matias. Besides the fans, there are some good fights at one point. Who do y'all like? Pitbull, Cruz, or Subriel Matias? That's a good one. Good job, Elliot Webb. Shout out to Elliot Webb. Muscles Brown says, me too. But yeah, it's not that Dev may not be ready. It's just like, I don't know what the hell. Like, we all knew Ryan Garcia had one chance, or had one thing that he could do to beat Devin Haney. That was hit him with a massive left hook. Just stay out of line with his left hook. Just turn him. Don't let him land with the left hook, and you'll be fine. And then he got hit with a left hook over and over and over again because he stood in front of him. It was like, you got to be kidding me, Dev. Like, Dev's a smart guy. I think his dad's an excellent trainer, but what was that? Muscle says Pitbull versus me a bagger. Yeah, it would. Like, sign me up. That's worth the $64.99 for sure. Devin versus Sandor Martin. That's the fight. That's the fight. You know, Rocket, it might be an interesting chess match, but you do not have my $64.99 on that one. Muscles Brown says, let's be real though. Dev beat Ryan. I think Dev would beat Ryan in a rematch too, right? But he's got to smarten up. He can't stand in front of him. He made life easy for Ryan Garcia. Like, the exact game plan that Devin shouldn't have fought, he fought. Like, he made life easy for him. So, like, as long as he doesn't do that again, yeah, he should win. Like, in a rematch, I would lean towards Devin Haney to beat him. How do y'all feel about that? I know Muscles agrees with me, but how do the rest of y'all feel about that? In a rematch, Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, who y'all got? No, it's going first, but it's Devin and Sandor. Is it really? Is it an eliminator? Why are we getting Devin and Sandor Martin? Why are we getting that fight? Oh man, don't bid on that. I got advice to all promoters with a promoting license anywhere in the United States. Do not bid on that fight. Robert says Dev might not ever be the same again. Let's see. Yeah, let's see Dev fight again. I mean, let's see what Dev got. Muscles can tell you. The PEDs that Ryan took, those were serious enhancing drugs, right? Like that was the issue what Ryan took. Muscles is a professional bodybuilder, and he was telling me a little bit about the stuff that Ryan Garcia took, and he said it's basically no joke. Like, you don't take that by accident. He just got back to stay away from the left hook, and he beats him. Yeah, just to stay away. Exactly. Yeah, but like that was the game plan. Like, I don't know how that wasn't the game plan for the first fight. It's all Ryan's got is a lethal left hook. Just stay away from it. Just stay away from the left hook. Because it's an easy fight to make. Rocket says because it's an easy fight to make. The Sandor Martin fight. Yeah, Ryan got arrested again. It appears from what I read in the article, it seems like Ryan called the cops on himself. That was a weird incident. Yeah, Ryan is less mentally stable than Tyson Fury. I don't trust Ryan Garcia. It's something, that boy ain't right in the head, man. Yeah, that's what Muscle said. He said, yeah, the PEDs that Ryan took are big roids. Gives you a lot of strength. And you can see that. The first time he hit him with the left hook in the first round, he buckled him. And Ryan's power is sensational to start with. And it was truly, he was on something. Ryan, my boy Ryan, says Paro gonna upset Matias. I tried Paro. I studied the tape. And I went in with an open mind. I just can't see it. I like Paro too. I think he's a good fighter. Going in, I saw the odds, and I wanted to convince myself that Paro can win this fight because I thought the odds were a little crazy. Like, they started at minus 600. Now they're up to minus 900. Like, okay, all right. Here's how Paro wins this fight. Ryan, I don't see it, man. He's going to fight him in a phone booth, right? I can't see him winning that fight. I like Ryan. I can't see Paro pulling the upset in this. We shall see. Yeah. Muscle agree, but I can't see Paro upsetting Matias. Matias is a different man. I'm telling you, Matias is a friggin' wrecking ball, bro. He's a wrecking ball. Like there's no other word to describe him. Like he's gonna take down whatever's in front of him. So you cannot stay in front of him. Look, Ryan. Yeah, look. I think the odds are crazy. Like, good for you. If you think that. Catching, like I told everyone that Barrios was going to beat Ugas, and no one believed me. So put the bet in, right? Like if you think that, strike while the iron is hot, and then you can come on. And we'll go live after the fight. We'll go live after the fight, and then you can gloat and you can count your money. We'll give you a cha-ching sound because you made some money. -9. Right? You took a Paro by stoppage, or you just took up a money line? Matias has seen Paro style before. Paro style is just in front of you. I mean, he's in front of you. His style is a little bit different than Matias's because he's a little bit better from the outside, a little bit better boxer. He uses his jab a little more, but he's in front of you. Like he's not looking to outscore you. He's not looking to jab and move. He's looking to bang with you, and I like it, and I think he's good at it. It's just that he's fighting the best guy in the world at that. It is dope. I like, look, right. If you like it, take it. Good luck on that bet. Well, look, before I studied the tape, I wouldn't have thought it was crazy. Like I said, I was trying to study the tape, and I'm trying to come up with a path to how he wins this fight. You got plus 500. From my stockbroking days, you might want to put some more money on that. If you really think he's going to win, Rye. Right now, on the money line, he's plus 500, right? Yeah. Plus 550. Yeah, it's not changed that much. All right. He's plus, that hasn't changed that much. Jukambayev was similar to Paro. Look at what he did to him. Yeah. Now, I agree stylistically. They're similar. I think Paro's a lot better than Jukambayev. Not that Jukambayev is a slouch by any means, but I think Paro's a good fighter. Like, looking at those odds, I would say, that's way too wide. Paro's good. Like, Paro just destroyed Montana Love. He was destroyed Brock Jarvis. He's got the win over Alamo. He's a good fighter. Like, I'm not, but it's just stylistically, this is a bad fight. Like, I don't see how he wins this fight. Unless you're telling me he's going to box him for 12 rounds and survive. It's like, is he that good of a boxer? Because good boxers have tried. Now, if you want to tell me that Tank Davis is going to lose, you got my ear on that one. Tank Davis, like if you said to me one of the two favorites in the main event is going to get knocked out, I'm not going to get knocked out. One of the two favorites are going to lose. Either Matias or Tank Davis. Which one is it going to be? Without hesitation, I would say Tank Davis is going to lose. Now, I'm picking him to win, but I'm saying, like, if you said to me, one's going to lose, which one is it? Tank Davis. I can't see Matias losing to Paro. But, Ryan, I think we can agree on this. Ryan, Hector Tanahara beats them both in the same night. Possibly at the same time. My man, Connor Long from New York Flight Jets Talk. If you guys are Jet fans, if you're NFL fans, if you're football fans, go check out Connor's channel. We just about got it monetized. It's New York Flight Jets Talk. His kid is a boy wonder. He is brilliant. Go check out his channel if you're any bit of a football fan, especially if you're a Jets fan. Fast Car Eddie. Frank Inexperienced Green Bum. All right, I think that's a little harsh, man. I think that's a little harsh. If Tank's got better experience, that's true. I wouldn't say Frank is inexperienced or green. He beat Michelle Rivera. He's beaten some good fighters. Muscles Brown, yeah, G, is right. Bro, stylistically, this is bad for Paro. Paro going to come with it. Yeah, and it's like, it's going to be fun. So I'm not telling him not to, because as a fan, I'm going to enjoy this fight until it ends. And it's going to end with Paro getting knocked out. Fast Car, Eddie the Hitman Hearn. The Con, the public. Ryan says, Hector Tanahara would have stopped your Yeah. Ryan, you got to be on every single one of my streams because he understands how good Hector is. Hector is fighting this week in San Antonio, a small untelevised card. So if anyone is in the San Antonio area, if anyone's in the San Antonio area, there you go. Check out Hector Tanahara. He's fighting at the I forget the name of the venue. The Port Tech Arena, whatever they call it something else now. Thanks, Gary. Appreciate the plug. For Connor, anything. Connor is a genius. So check out his channel. If you're a football fan at all, you got it. He's a must listen to. Rocket says Tank will win. So here's if I have to pick a winner, I would pick Tank by stoppage. I'm about 55% sure Tank will win, but I'm 45% sure he's going to lose. So if you're looking at it from a gambler's perspective, and you're getting plus 450, plus 400, plus 500, I've seen on some books, and you have a 45% chance of hitting a plus 500 bet or a plus 400 bet, it's worth taking the bet. Frank Martin has a path to victory, but he has to be perfect. If he can execute it, he can beat Tank Davis. There's two ways that fight ends. Either Tank Davis by stoppage or Frank Martin on points. What do you think of Dan Aziz and Romain Villa? Both. I'm going to tell you I'll let you know. We'll go over it. We'll go over it, Muscles. Hopefully Tank will fight Shakur afterwards. We're assuming he wins. Well, we're assuming he wins. If he wins, yeah, that's the fight I want to see. Ryan thinks Frank Martin's going to win. I think there's a pretty good chance Frank Martin wins. I think he's going to upset he has a chance to upset a lot of people. Hey, Ryan, why don't you do a 2-play parlay with Frank Martin and Paro on the money line? Seriously, what, someone calculate the odds on that. If he hits on that, if Frank Martin and Paro both win, money line bets, 2-play parlay, what does that pay? It's a nice little payday. Aziz is fighting an 8-rounder. Who's he fighting? What are the odds? I didn't even see a book for that. Let me see who Aziz is fighting. I didn't even know who Aziz is fighting. Let me pull this up. Yeah, I would. I don't know this guy, so I'll try to find him real quick. I don't know who Aziz is fighting. Rajay Sepp. I don't really know this guy. He lost a unanimous decision to Boazzi. I feel like I should know him then. I feel like I should know this guy. He's got. Oh, I'm looking at Aziz. Okay. Oh, why would I not? So, lost to some guy who's 18-11. And wow. Hey. Yeah. I would, sir. I'll watch the tape. He's gonna have tape that I can find. Looking at his box rack, I would assume Dan Aziz is safe here. I would assume that's a safe bet. Based off that guy's history, I don't know. I'll try to find him. I would assume 29-1. Yeah, it looks about right. It looks about right, Ryan. Shakur will make Tank look bad. Yeah, they got Avanesian. It's not bad. It's not a bad little fight. Boots is different. Boots is special, so Boots is going to win that. But it's not a bad little fight. It's a good replacement. That's fine. Avanesian's always a game opponent, a ready opponent. Boots will win, and it won by stoppage, but he's going to stop most people at 147, so that's not a disgrace. Aziz is minus 2,000. I'll watch the video on. How do you say this guy's name? Sepp. He's from Croatia, and he's 38. I'll try to find some tape on him and let you know. I would imagine Aziz is going to be safe in that fight. I'm not the biggest Aziz fan. I'd imagine against this guy, he'll be just fine. Tomorrow we're gonna get into I'm losing my brain here. tomorrow we're going to get into David Benavidez. Yeah, I'm losing it. And Vazdik. So we're going to do that tomorrow. Benavidez and Vazdik is tomorrow. And then we'll, you want to do a show the next day, just let me know. And I'll do a show the next day. As he stops him, I think, based off I would imagine so. I mean, he's never been stopped, but he's never really fought anyone either. The best name I'm seeing here is Blotniks. He won a couple rounds with him. Like, this is not an impressive resume from this guy. And Aziz, his only loss is to Boatsi. He's got decent power. I would imagine if you wanted to throw that in your parlay, I think it's safe. I think he'll be fine. Like, I don't even know this guy, and I'll find tape on him, and I'll confirm that. But I would imagine he's going to be fine. Like, I think that's safe to add to your parlay if you just want to better the odds a little bit, just a little bit. It's not going to change the odds too drastically because he's minus 2,000. Gary Russell by stoppage. Gary Antoine Russell is one of the best young fighters in the sport. He's just, with PBC and being Gary Russell, he doesn't fight very often, but he's 27. He's 17-0, 17 knockouts, destroys everyone. Stop Santiago, stop Postel, stop Rances Bartholomew, stop Kent Cruz. Yeah, I would imagine he stops Puello. And I don't think Puello is a bum by any means, but he can't punch, right? And he's going to be in front of him to be hit. Like, to me, Gary Antoine Russell in that fight is easy money. Gary Russell versus Matias. Ooh. There you go, Rocket. Who can beat Subriel Matias? Probably Gary Russell. Because Gary Russell could bang with him or he could outbox him. Like, Paro would have to fight the fight that Gary Russell Jr. can fight. He can't, but Paro's not as good as Gary Antoine Russell, right? Not even close. So there you go, Rocket. Tentatively, let's see what both guys look like this weekend. Both Gary Russell and Subriel Matias. But that's a great fight. Like, that's a terrific fight. I would tentatively lean. It's close. I would probably lean towards Gary Russell in that fight. Probably. It's close. I really want to study Gary Russell to make sure he doesn't get. Yeah, the more I think of it, top ahead, before I go over the tape on Gary Russell, which I will also do later in the week, I would lean towards Gary Russell in said fight with Subriel Matias. Just by a little bit. I can see that going. I could see picking either guy in that fight, though. Gary Antoine Russell is really, really, really top shelf. Like, I would take Gary Antoine Russell to beat Ryan Garcia. I'd take him to beat Devin Haney. I would take him to beat Teofimo Lopez. I would take him to probably beat Matias. I'm a huge, as you can tell, I'm a huge Gary Antoine Russell fan. All right. And there's super chats. If there's no more questions, I'm going to wrap this up. I will be back tomorrow. We've gone already almost 35 minutes, which is, I'm trying to keep these around 35, 40 minutes, unless you guys have a ton of questions, a ton of comments you'll want to make. We still got a lot of people in here. So if you have any questions, any comments, any thoughts, any super chats, anything you want me to read, let me know. I will get to them. Oh, Glendale, my man, Glendale. Benavidez and Tank, guaranteed win. Benavidez, yes. Tank, no. God, I don't know. Like, Tank will probably win. I'm putting Tank's chances of winning at 55%. I'm giving Frank Martin a 45% chance to win this fight. Like, I think Frank Martin has a real chance to win this fight, but he's got to be perfect. Take care, Rocket. Take care, Gary. Take care, Rocket. I will see you on tomorrow's stream. We're going to wrap this up soon. I appreciate y'all's time. Glendale's got another comment here at the buzzer. Thinking of putting 15K of Benavidez, Tank, and Sonny Edwards parlay. I wouldn't put Tank in it. All money line bets. I would not. I don't like the odds on Tank. Right? Like, I don't know what book you're using, but if we're using DraftKings, I'll pull up the odds on this now. Tank Davis is still, right at this moment, minus 600. Minus 600? That's insane to me. Like, I think everyone is just all sad and down on Frank Martin because he didn't have a great performance his last outing. Frank Martin is a world-class, top-notch, skilled boxer puncher / power boxer with decent pop, with tremendous speed, tremendous footwork, tremendous reflexes, combination puncher who's going to win rounds. He's going to win rounds. So then, now when we get into the middle rounds, Tank Davis is going to have to be in a spot where he has to knock him out because Tank Davis gives rounds away. He's done it against Ryan Garcia. He's done it against Hector Garcia. He's done it against Leo Santa Cruz. He's done it against Isaac Cruz. It's what he is. And he gives rounds away looking to set up his one big shot. He better land it with Frank Martin. And he's never fought anyone as skilled as Frank Martin before. So I don't know that he can land it. I'm leaning towards yes, he does. But just by a little bit. If he gets behind on the scorecards, there's no catching up. This is not slow plotting Mario Barrios. You can't just say, I'm going to win rounds now with Frank Martin. No, that's his game. Oscar Lograno says, Mexican Monster, Tank, and Matias all win by KO. I'm definitely agree with the bookends on that with Monster and Matias. Tank, not so sure about. Probably, maybe. I think so. I'm not sure about that. I wouldn't parlay it because I just think minus 600 is a travesty. I don't like minus 600. Later, G. Later, Muscles. Glenn says, yeah, I'm going to think about it. Thanks, man. FanDuel allows for three-way money line, so if it's a draw, no void, you lose, but slightly better odds. Yeah. Well, hey, Glenn, let me ask you about this. If you just do a money line, why not use Gary Antoine Russell? What was your parlay? It was, what if you use Russell, Sonny Edwards, and Benavidez, right? What if you substituted Gary Antoine Russell for Tank? So that's something to think about. I'm going to do that video. I'm going to do that video probably Thursday. I don't think so. I mean, I don't think so. But I'll watch the video. I don't see it, Glendale. I don't think so. I don't think Paro. I know he's undefeated. I don't see anything that special about him. Russell is, I think, one of the best young fighters in the sport. He's just very inactive. He destroys everyone he fights. He destroys everybody. Great boxer puncher, good body puncher, southpaw, 5'10", power. He's a bigger version of his brother. Like I said, he destroyed Ken Cruz, destroyed Rancis Bartholomew, destroyed Victor Postal, destroyed Giovanni Santiago. Every step up, he's done exactly what you would want him to do. So, I'm a huge Gary Antoine Russell fan. Heard he beat Ian 3 times in the amateurs. Well, yeah, one guy's from D.C. and the other's from Philly, so I'm sure they fought a lot. It's really sure each other a lot in regionals and the amateurs. That's possible. I don't know that to be true, but it certainly could be. All right, y'all. We're 40 minutes in. I appreciate your time. We'll be live again tomorrow. We'll do Benavidez and Vosdik, 40-year-old washed-up Vosdik. World of Wrestling says, I think Davis, Adames, and Matias are all going to win. Everyone is on Tank Davis. Okay. I mean, yeah, Adames and Matias for sure. Davis, probably. Check out my video if you haven't. World of Wrestling. I mean, he probably wins, but I'm not confident in it. Peace, bro. Take care. Good luck on the picks. Yeah, good luck to y'all on your picks. Let's talk about that parlay as we get closer to the weekend, Glenn. All right, y'all. Join the Patreon if you haven't. Link is in the description. It's also in the chat. Join the Patreon. It's just $5 a month. It gets the lock of the week and all these a ton of other perks. It's June 11th, 2024. From Texas to the world. Thank you and God bless.